If I were a high school student applying to college in 2026, knowing everything I know after a 17 plus year of doing this professionally, I would not be spending my time the way most students spend it. I wouldn't be refreshing my grades every hour, and I wouldn't be adding one more club to my resume just to pad the list. I'd be doing these five specific things, and I'm going to walk you through every single one of them right now. So make sure you stay till the very end. So, quick context if you're new here, I'm Katrina and I've worked in college admissions and career counseling since 2008 and inside of international schools since 2013. I've guided students from over 100 different nationalities into universities across the world. That's the US, UK, Canada, Europe, and beyond. So, this is not theory. This is exactly what I would do today if I were the one applying. So, let's get into it. Number one, visit the college campus. I would visit the campus in person if I could possibly do that. So here's what most students don't realize. This is one of the most underused strategies in the entire process, and it does two things at once. First, it tells you something. Rankings and websites can't show you how it actually feels to walk on the campus, to sit in a lecture, to eat in the dining hall, to talk to current students in the hallway. You find out fast whether a school that looked perfect on paper actually feels wrong in person. Or the reverse, a school you hadn't considered suddenly clicks. And second, this is what matters more than people think. It's what tells the university something about you. Demonstrated interest is very real. So showing up, engaging with admissions during an info session, asking a specific question, and that's a signal that you're not just about applying because of a name. You're applying because you actually looked into the university. You actually took the time to get to know what they're about. And if flying out is not realistic, do the next best thing, which is attend a virtual info session. Follow the department on social media, email a current student or professor. Visibility really does matter and sometimes can actually help make or break your application when an admission officer is looking into your case. So, passive research does not stand out, and active interest in the university does. Which leads me to point number two, have a signature project. Okay, I would build one signature project, not five scattered ones, just one. And here's the pattern I see consistently. Students with a long list of activities don't connect to anything. So a club here, a competition there, none of it's really telling a story. It's just a bunch of things gathered over time, right? And admission officers read that as scattered and not well rounded. A signature project is different. It's the one thing that you can point to and say, this is mine. I built it. I led it. I can talk about it for 20 minutes or an hour and I can just lose track of time, which is a common app question. I can lose track of time without running out of things to say about it. It could be a research topic, a small business, a community initiative, an app, a portfolio, a campaign. The format really doesn't matter. It's just the depth of the project. It's something you are passionate about and you want to dive deep into. So the test is simple. Could you talk about this project in an interview for 5 straight minutes with one real detail without notes? If the honest answer is no, it's not deep enough, trust me. If you don't have one started, 2026 is the year to start. Not the year before you apply, the year you actually build it. Number three, I would build leadership and volunteering. That's consistent, not something that I started 6 months before applications were due. Because admission officers can spot manufactured leadership instantly. The club that suddenly exists in grade 11, the volunteer hours that show up in a weekend right before the deadlines, it reads exactly like it is. Okay, something done for an application, not because you actually wanted to pursue it. It's not something lived. What actually stands out is the opposite, a commitment that you stuck with it over time, where you actually grew into a role, where you didn't just join the club, but 2 years later, you're actually running the club. You didn't just show up to clean one event, you volunteered with the same organization since grade 9, and you know the people, the mission, the impact you've actually had. So consistency is the signal. It tells a university you follow through on things, you care about something, not just things that look good on paper. And if you're early in high school and you're watching this in grade 9 or 10, pick something now. Not five things, one or two that you actually can stay committed to. So, point number four, get research experience. I would get real research experience even at the high school level. I know this sounds intimidating, like something only students at elite academies get access to. It's not. Research experience doesn't require a lab and a professor named attached to it. Though, if you can get that, that's great, but that doesn't mean that's the only way. It means learning how to ask a real question, gather information, and form your own conclusion instead of just repeating what you were taught. It's going deep into a topic you're passionate about, and that again, you can lose all track of time going down the rabbit hole of research and trying to solve a problem that currently exists. This can be an independent research project through your own school, an online research program, a summer research initiative, or generally just picking a question you're curious about and spending months investigating it properly with sources, with methodology, and a final piece of work at the end. So, why does this matter so much? Because research experience proves something GPA alone can't, that you can think independently. And AI isn't doing it for you anymore. Universities aren't just looking for students who can follow instructions well, they're looking for students who can generate ideas. Research is the clearest, most concrete way to prove you can do that before you even arrive on campus. And number 5, this one is important. I want to be really direct. If you've had poor study habits, low grades, or GPA that isn't where you want it to be, I know you want to run and hide from that, but I would want you to explain it. Here's what a lot of students get wrong. They assume a rough transcript automatically disqualifies them. So they panic or pretend that it isn't there. Neither of those work. Admission officers aren't looking for perfection, they're looking for trajectory. So they're looking for self awareness. So here's what I would actually do first. First, I would look at the pattern if your grades dipped and then climb back up. So take a look at your transcript, take a look at your reports, and look for that upward trend that tells a story on its own. It shows resilience, not failure. And second, if there's context, a hard year, a move, a diagnosis, a family situation, most applications give you that space to explain that briefly and honestly without turning it into an excuse. The goal isn't to blame something external. The goal is to show what you have learned and what has changed within you. And third, this is the part that most students skip. I would be able to answer one specific question clearly. What did you actually do differently once you realized the habits weren't working? Did you change, or did you change how you studied? Did you ask for help for the first time? Did you build a system you didn't know before? That answer, more than a GPA number itself, is what tells a university who you are, not just who you were in grade 10. A low grade in your past is not a data point. It's how you responded to it is your actual application. So let's recap. If you were applying to college in 2026, here's exactly what I would do. I'd visit the college campuses, even virtually. I'd build one real signature project instead of 5 shallow ones. I would choose consistent leadership and volunteering, and I would go find genuine research. And if my grades were not where I wanted them to be, I would own that story instead of hiding from it and show exactly how I grew from it. None of these 5 things require you to be a genius. They require you to be intentional earlier than most students actually are willing to be intentional. This is the kind of strategy I help students build one-on-one so they're not second guessing their way through senior year. And if you want a personalized plan and you're ready to apply with confidence, all the details of how to work with me are linked below. So I'm curious, which one of these 5 are you already doing? And which ones do you need to start this month? Let me know below in the comments because I read every single one of them. This is Katrina Marie. I'm helping you become the best person before you click submit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.